Okay, this is Coffee Shop Q&A. Coffee Shop Q&A is a segment where we dive right into mentorship, either with a guest interview, a topic I've been thinking about lately that I want to share with you, or responding to your questions. If you have a question for me that you want me to take a look at, why not send me an email at jprice@jumpstart-hr.com or send me a tweet or DM at joeyvpricehr on Twitter or Instagram. This week, we are diving into a HR and culture topic, and that's ways to make your team members feel valued and important. Now, sometimes people may look at feeling valued or important or significant, and they may deprioritize that because they feel like, oh, that's a touchy-feely sort of thing, and I'm a manager who doesn't really like to be so connected with my people that we get to that level. Well, I assure you that if you are leading and you're not transparent and you're not making your team members valued and important, you're going to experience some of these negative side effects. The negative side effects that come from not making people feel important applied not just to business, but to life as well. So this is a business talk, but also one about life as well and the relationships that we have in life. One of the first negative implications that you can have by not making people feel valued or important is that they can have decreased drive, whether that is decreased drive in pursuing a goal or doing their job or having a relationship with you. They will not be motivated to continue at a aggressive pace if you are not known for rewarding someone or making them feel valued or important. Another thing that happens if you are not making people feel valued or important is that you're going to have conflict in your culture. That's right, you'll have conflict in your culture. One of the things that is a telltale sign of people not feeling valued or important is a lack of communication. And when you have a lack of communication, that is when you are not talking to one another. And why do people not talk to one another? It's because they don't feel comfortable around you to talk. And so they don't want to share what's on their heart because they just don't feel comfortable being around you. They don't want to talk to you. And a reason why they don't want to talk to you is probably because you make them feel insignificant. You don't respect them. You don't value them. And so you're going to have conflict in your culture. And the last thing, or negative implications of the lack of value and importance in your team, is that people will just leave. There's a saying that people vote with their feet. And so that's everything from a restaurant that goes out of business because people stopped choosing to go into it, to people leaving your organization, leaving your team. And so people will vote with their feet. They'll find another job. They'll find another opportunity. They'll find something that helps them get into a position where they are valued. So you don't want to be that leader. You don't want to be that person who ignores the people around you and you don't establish a connection. So I wanted to just share with you a few things that you can do to make your team members feel valued and feel important. The first thing you can do is listen. Be known as a leader who listens to your team. When they're talking to you, put your phone down. When someone from my team comes in the office, I'll usually close my laptop. So I'll shut my computer down as a way to show, hey, I'm actively listening to what you have to say. And just make sure that you're paying attention. I'm not going to go into active listening techniques or repeating what you heard or yada, 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 any of those things, but just be known for being a good listener. Because people feel valued when they know that you have internalized what they've shared with you, and they in turn are able to have a healthy conversation, effective conversation with you because you listen. Another thing that you can do to show people that they're valued and important is remember birthdays, remember anniversaries, remember milestones in life. Remember what somebody told you they're doing over the weekend and ask them about it on Monday at work or Tuesday when you get a chance to see them. Showing that you care enough to pay attention to people's nuances and insignificant things about their day or life shows that you care enough about the details in their life. So remembering things that are happening in their world is super important. The next thing you can do to make team members feel valued and important is to get to know them. Now, this can be a tricky one because things can go really way left if you push beyond someone's level of comfort in wanting to get to know them. But what I mean by getting to know them is understanding, what makes them tick, what motivates them, what excites them about coming to work, what are they excited about on the weekends. What are some of their hobbies? What are ways that they like to be rewarded? What are their future goals in life? Get to know your team members, and that will make them feel super valued and important. Also, public affirmation. Hey, whether that's an email in a group, whether that's shouting someone out at a staff meeting, whether that is on social media, highlighting employees that are doing really well. That's a great way to show people that they're valued and important. You ever walked into a restaurant and you saw the employee of the month? I always look at those people and on the wall, and then I try to see them working, because I know that's got to feel good to walk in every day and see that you were honored by being the quote unquote employee of the month. And the last thing you can do as a manager, as a leader, and making people feel valued and important is eliminate obstacles to their success. What happens is people feel less valued and they feel insignificant when they present problems to you that you don't help them solve. Now, I believe one of the fundamental responsibilities of a manager is to remove barriers to success. And if you're not doing that, you will find that people stop coming to you with their problems because you can't help them. And it can just be bad, because if they're having problems, they're not being productive. So you want to make sure that you're eliminating barriers and eliminating obstacles and challenges. What are some ways that you make people feel valued and important at work? Let me know. I'm going to post a social media graphic asking this question, so I'd love to hear your comments. Let me know on social media, on IG, on Twitter, and I hope you have a really great week. Happy International Women's Month, Women's History Month, and I will see you next week.